Hello, and thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Eric Connors. Here at CBS 8, we're working for you. We're getting to the bottom of problems you've asked us about, and we're looking for solutions. We begin in Bankers Hill. A dozen new garbage bins were dropped off at a condo complex as part of the city of San Diego's new trash collection program. The thing is, the condo owners don't need these. The complex has private trash collection, and the owners say they called the city to take the bins back, but nothing happened until CBS 8 started making calls. CBS 8's Abby Black working for you with more on what happened next.
The city of San Diego's new trash service is not even fully deployed yet, but Judy Combs says that the city dropped off 12 new trash cans in front of her condo complex in June. She called them about the mistake. She says that the city then promised to remove them, but never did until we got involved. We started working for you. Now they're gone.
Good morning. Thank you.
Judy Combs could not believe her eyes when city crews showed up Tuesday morning to haul away trash cans that had been cluttering her yard for 2 months.
All it took was a phone call from you, and they came out and picked them up.
Back in June, Combs and her neighbors discovered a dozen bins dumped at their fourplex. No warning, no explanation.
A pile of trash cans. We had called them numerous times. They had admitted that it was a mistake that they dropped them off and said initially they would pick them up within 3 days, and that was early June.
But nothing happened until Combs emailed CBS 8 on Monday. Our newsroom immediately contacted Environmental Services, and by Tuesday morning, problem solved.
They gave us lip service but ignored us until Channel 8 stepped in and made a difference.
Here's the disconnect. The city says that this fourplex qualifies for new service, so they deployed the bins, but they also claim no record of complaints. Neighbors strongly disagree.
Way over a dozen times we've called.
Yes.
Our property manager calls, we call, we text without result, lip service. So now you guys made a difference. We know who to call.
The city says residents filed an appeal. They don't have room for 12 bins, and they want to keep their private hauler. The city also says that they won't be charged.
We don't even have to come down here with our trash.
This highlights bigger issues with San Diego's new trash program. For the first time, the city will charge single-family homes and small multi-unit buildings. Official deployment starts this fall, but clearly there are glitches.
The city leaders need to get their act together.
Yes, they do.
I'm so disappointed that they do not pay attention to the people who live here and need their help.
Working for you in Bankers Hill,
It's amazing
Abby Black.
what the station can do. Thank you, Channel 8.
I'm glad we could help. Hey, graffiti, it's a growing problem here in Bayho, and residents are fed up. They don't know where to turn. Working for you, CBS 8's Alex Lai is trying to find out who is responsible for cleaning all this up.
Over the past 5 years, Bayho residents say their usual drive along Marina Boulevard near the Costco has been dampened by this graffiti. They say no one will take responsibility to remove it, and now they want answers. Behind the train tracks, building after building tagged with graffiti.
As far as you can see, as far as the buildings go.
Mark Hines lives in Bayho and has watched the graffiti grow over the years.
Across from Costco, when I was leaving Costco, I noticed, oh, there's a giant graffiti, probably about 30 feet high. And now there must be 6 buildings covered with graffiti. And of course, now they've started spraying the stone walls.
Finally fed up, Mark and his neighbors turned to the city.
I actually wrote in the Get It Done app 3 different times over 3 years, and they kept marking it resolved. And I said, how is it resolved? And they said, well, it's not the city's responsibility, it's MTS, which is the trolley.
But when he contacted MTS, they told him it was the city's responsibility.
So I spoke to the city again, and they said, it's just too dangerous to work that close to the tracks. Well, the graffiti artists, they did a pretty good job of working there.
So who is responsible?
We're kind of stuck here with no response, and everyone writes to get it done if there's no change.
Working for you, we reached out to the city of San Diego today. They say Mark's most recent Get It Done request from June of last year is still in process, and staff is looking into it. The city also tells CBS 8 that they are working on getting us answers about how they are dealing with the large graffiti tags on the commercial buildings. The city's Get It Done website states it removes graffiti from city-owned property, but when it comes to private or commercial buildings, buildings, it's the property owner's responsibility. It says code compliance officers notify owners when graffiti is reported and follow up until it's removed. MTS, however, tells CBS8 these locations are not their property. They provided this map saying the graffiti is more than 100 feet away from their property line. We're still waiting to hear back about whether the stone wall is MTS owned.
The owners of the buildings can also take some responsibility, maybe a joint project. A lot of us in the neighborhood are willing to help.
We will update this story online at CBS8.com as we hear back from the city and get more answers. Working for you in Bayho, Alex Lai, CBS8.
From Bayho to the beach now, the beach at La Jolla Shores, one of San Diego's most beloved gems, right? We got surfers, tourists, locals flocking to this iconic spot. But the state of the restroom facilities at the beach are considered unacceptable by many beachgoers. CBS 8's Steffi Roche, working for you from La Jolla, and shows us what's being done to address these problems.
Last week, residents claimed that the showers were all out of order at the north end of La Jolla Shores Beach. Today, I looked into those complaints and saw the rough conditions firsthand.
I took this cell phone video this morning. You can see one of the bathrooms had a broken toilet seat. Then, filled trash bags were thrown around the outside of the restrooms. Plus, one family shower stall was completely inoperative.
That should all be working.
Lisa King is a lifelong San Diego County resident who comes to La Jolla Shores every week.
We should be able to rinse off, and we should be able to use the restroom or go in and change.
The city says their staff was notified about the inoperable showers last Wednesday. And since then, 3 out of 6 of the showers have since reopened.
A San Diego Parks and Rec spokesperson also tells me crews removed and are working to repair the broken toilet seat as of this afternoon.
I went in to use the bathroom before you.
Chris Cott is a La Jolla Wind and Sea resident. He says he often comes out to clean graffiti at the beach and has noticed the state of the bathrooms for a long time.
I really admire the staff that does take care of them, but unfortunately, I think we are lacking in staff. We need more constant cleaning, more diligent cleaning.
As to staffing shortages, the city was unable to speak to those concerns raised.
Who lives like that?
But Cott also has frustrations over this black sludge around the outdoor showers at the bathroom facilities at the south end of the parking lot.
There is no reason that they shouldn't power wash this.
The city tells me that all of the southern side stalls and showers are operational, although they are working to fix a broken door in one stall.
And for those showers that still aren't working, the city says they're working to fix them soon. For now, reporting at La Jolla Shores Beach, I'm Steffi Roche, CBS 8.
Still ahead here, the ripple effect of new parking fees in and around Balboa Park, how the change is impacting a weekly tradition for many seniors. Plus, more than 1 million California drivers will lose a popular perk for those long commutes, the program that's ending at the end of next month. Welcome back here. The city of San Diego's plan to add paid parking in and around Balboa Park isn't sitting well with a group of seniors who visit the Bridge Club there weekly. CBS 8's Shannon Handy working to address their concerns, and she shares how the city has responded since we got involved.
The Redwood Bridge Club has been around since the 1940s. It has hundreds of members, mostly seniors on fixed incomes who say they can't afford the city's proposed parking rate of $2.50 an hour.
Located on 6th Avenue on the western edge of Balboa Park, you'll find the Redwood Bridge Club, where 6 days a week seniors spend hours playing bridge.
We get about 60 people per day through the building. Some days we get up to 80 or 90.
David Walters is a club manager. He says a lot of players drive to get here, meaning they have to park, and some come multiple times a week, which is fine when the parking is free. but it won't be starting this fall. Last month, the council approved adding 300 meters to Park Boulevard and 6th Avenue, which starting October 1st will run from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week at $2.50 an hour.
They're here for about 3.5 hours. We charge $12 for a game of bridge. Paying for a meter for 4 hours, that's another $10.
David told me he surveyed the club's members and found half said they would have to cut down their visits or not come at all.
What happens is the games get so small that eventually they collapse upon themselves.
It's a possibility Jeanette Caldwell can't comprehend because for her and so many others here, bridge isn't just a game. It helps with memory loss and isolation.
They want to have that exercise and also the socialization.
Members have suggested a permit system which will allow them to park for free or at a reduced rate. They've shared this as well as their concerns in person at council meetings and via letters, emails, and calls to the mayor's office, but say they've received no response until now.
We finally heard back from the city and they are going to schedule a meeting with us.
The mayor's office scheduled that meeting less than an hour after I reached out to them about this story. Do you think that's a coincidence, David?
I do not think that's a coincidence.
Meanwhile, District 3 Councilman Stephen Whitburn says he too has the same concerns despite his yes vote on the parking fees.
My additional request is that we figure something out for the people who use the West Mesa, like the seniors on fixed incomes who use the Redwood Bridge Club.
The council is meeting again in September for final approval of the new Balboa Park parking fees. David hopes before then a compromise is made.
I really think they don't want the unintended consequences of facilities like this shutting down.
David says there are nearby facilities with similar concerns. We will stay on top of this story and let you know what happens. Working for you, I'm Shanna Handy for CBS 8.
And we have an update on the Oceanside Police Department's new drone program. The City Council approved it back in April for a trial 13-month period. The goal is to improve police response times and enhance officer safety and awareness on calls. This past week, the department officially launched the drone program. Police say the drone will be stationed on the roof of City Hall. It will be used for a variety of calls, including criminal activity and the search for missing people. Many electric vehicle owners are finding themselves in a fast lane to frustration as a popular perk is nearing the end of its ride. For more than 2 decades, solo EV drivers have enjoyed zipping through the carpool lane thanks to special clean air decals. But as CBS 8's Brian White reports, that benefit is about to hit the brakes.
So we are driving in the HOV lane.
Elaine Borsett is president of the Electric Vehicle Association of San Diego. She drives a Tesla Model S and says the carpool lane access has made a real difference.
When I was working, to be able to commute from North County to Kearney Mesa every day, be able to use the carpool lane with just a single driver, that was a huge time savings.
The Clean Air Vehicle Decal program started in 1999 to encourage drivers to go electric. It's been low cost, just $22 for a sticker, and effective.
Over the course of the program, around 1 million sets of decals have been distributed to drivers, and there's currently about 500,000 that are active on the roads today.
But starting October 1st, those decals will no longer grant access to the carpool lane. California officials say it's because federal approval was not extended.
This program does require federal approval, and unfortunately, we were informed that the federal government would not be extending the program.
The California DMV says more than 400,000 drivers will be impacted, and many, like Borsett, say it's a step in the wrong direction, especially at a time when California is pushing for cleaner transportation.
It's really sad to see it go away. I'm hoping that the state of California can do something to bring it back. I hope that nationally we can do something to bring it back.
Environmental advocates say the program helped reduce emissions, traffic, and even convinced some drivers to make the switch to EVs.
The HOV sticker was an incentive, and so it was the extra nudge to get some people into an electric vehicle.
Federal lawmakers have introduced a bill that would let states continue granting carpool access to EVs through 2031. But unless Congress acts before the end of September, the program's gone. Now, people can apply for one of these clean air vehicle decals through August 29th, but again, the program is set to expire October 1st. Brian White, CBS 8.
Next, we're working to help you avoid an expensive trip to your veterinarian. How to protect your dogs from a common summertime problem. Welcome back here, everyone. Well, it is Foxtail season. These small plants can be bad news for your pets and your wallets. Working for you, our Alex Lai shows us the damage foxtails can cause and how to protect your furry friends.
Right now, San Diego is filled with these pesky foxtails. And if your pet picks one up, it can lead to serious health issues and cost you thousands of dollars at the vet.
That's a good shot.
Whether on a hike, at the park, or just on a walk, foxtails can be one step or sniff away from getting stuck in your pet.
It is that season, so they're constantly pretty much everywhere, especially when the wind blows.
Something that dog owners like Albert Arpin keeps an eye out for.
Seeing a lot of open fields, like abandoned fields, open fields, but even sometimes on residences' front lawns.
B Street Vet Hospital sees hundreds of foxtails stuck in pets every year, enough to keep a running tally.
Last summer, I actually had to take out a dog's eye. Because it went into the eye.
Associate veterinarian Jenna Olson says foxtails are most common in dogs and usually get stuck in their paws, eyes, or sometimes worse.
They can be swallowed and they can actually lodge in the spine, and so dogs can become acutely neurologic.
Even if you can't see one, it could be the cause of your pet's symptoms.
Maybe they're squinting their eye all of a sudden, they're rapid fire sneezing, they notice a bulge that just pops up between their feet.
Vet bills depend on where the foxtail is and how far it has traveled.
It could be as little as $200. It could be, if we do a nasal explore, it could be $500 to $700. You know, something more advanced could maybe at another clinic, it could be $2,000.
Working for you, we found the best ways to protect your pet and your wallet. Some breeds need extra care.
Like with these longer haired dogs, everything sticks to them. And so getting them groomed a little shorter on the feet so that it's easier to check the feet.
And finding the foxtail early is key to prevent it from getting lodged.
When you go on a hike, a walk, checking their feet every time you come back in. If you have an outside cat, doing a once-over.
Albert has a routine to keep his dog, Aiko, safe every outing.
I'll go through a whole check on her body just to make sure that she doesn't have them in her paws, on the back of her legs.
Jenna says foxtail season typically runs from March to October or November. Working for you, I'm Alex Lai for CBS 8.
All right, now to the latest consumer price index showing grocery prices in July rose 2.2% compared to last year. Everyday staples saw significant cost increases in the last year. Coffee up nearly 15%, ground beef up just over 11%. Egg prices hit by avian flu are falling, but they're still up more than 16%. A Cal Poly agribusiness professor says this is partly due to tariffs on aluminum and steel from back in March. He says they're showing up in higher costs for canned foods and beverages, but in less obvious ways too.
Is absolutely essential to food manufacturing, processing, storing, and transportation.
Experts say you can cut down on grocery costs by buying in bulk and avoiding name brands. AT&T customers could get up to $7,500 as part of a massive data breach settlement. The first breach impacted 73 million customers whose information, including social security numbers, was found on the dark web. The second included phone numbers of nearly every AT&T customer. The company says those eligible will get an email notice. The deadline to submit a claim is November 18th. Well, that's going to do it for us. Remember, if there's something you'd like us to look into, email us, workingforyou@cbs8.com.